What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of The Locker Room. I'm here with Mr. Mead, the Mead for Speed. What's going on, brother?
Nah, not much, man.
How you been?
Yeah, pretty good. Just had a full day of training, so had a double session today. Had a massage before, so I'm feeling pretty relaxed.
Oh, man, there's nothing better than a hard day's work of training and that, get the massage, and then go home and chill out. And except, you know, you don't get a chance of going home, you're on here.
Yeah, that's right. This is pretty chilled out.
So, how you been, brother? I mean, you were injured. You've been out for 8 weeks, did you say?
Yep.
But before you were injured, you were captain PNG. You come back, you're playing good footy, and yeah, you're essentially playing career best footy when you are playing this year. What's the feeling been like for yourself?
Yeah, it has been pretty good. I think we started the year off pretty well at the Titans, and then sort of hit like a speed bump. We lost 5 in a row there, and then the boys been going pretty good. I got injured eventually, and then played for PNG the week before.
Yep.
We had a pretty successful week there with them. I got injured, 8 weeks off, and then I had a run around last week against the Dragons. So the year's going pretty quick.
Yep. It's rounds? 19, 20?
20 this week, yeah.
So 4 games left in the regular season?
Yeah, so
24 rounds?
26 rounds.
So six games and that's it?
Yeah. So we've had both our buys, so I think there's 6-7 games, yeah.
Bro, it's nearly 2017.
Yeah, it's
holy
flying
shit.
by.
I only just got used to saying 2016.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. I'm getting old. Shit. So, yeah, I guess, what has it been like with the Titans? Everyone wrote you off. I wrote you off personally. I was like, Titans, they got taken over by the NRL last year, and they're in this position where they've got a good side, but it's young. You don't know whether it's tested, as in, there's a few forwards. You've got the young. Obviously, Ash is coming and he's killing it.
Yep.
Tyrone Roberts is only 26, around that age.
Yep.
But he's going awesome, and he's a top 4 contention.
Yeah, I don't think, obviously, no one really had the expectation of us being in the 8 at this part of the season.
Yep.
But the boys always, when you're in that team environment, you're always believing in each other that you can do the job and beat anyone on the park. And I think for us, the reason why we didn't really have that expectation on us to be, one of the top 8 teams is Kane Elgee got injured in the preseason.
Yeah.
Ash was sort of an unknown or untested playing in the NRL.
Yeah, he had a lot of hype, but he hadn't been there yet, so he didn't know.
Yeah, so him coming through has been huge success for us this year, and he's certainly put his hand up and performed. He's been one of our best. Ryan James has played career best football as 100%. Well. So guys like that who are Ash is still pretty young, but the guys like Ryan, he's the leadership role now. Yep. So there's a lot of younger guys coming through and taking responsibility and certainly helping the team. So I think that's been huge reason why we are where we are. And
you speak of a guy like Ryan James, he's still relatively young, for a forward.
Yeah.
He's 25 or something?
Yeah, he actually turned 25 today, so he's still very young, very fit. He's actually the fittest in our team.
Oh, wow.
Besides Zilly, so for a big guy, he's
very
very fit.
Yeah, for fans that are watching, for a forward to be the fittest is extremely unlikely, or close to the fittest. Usually it's probably 6 or 7 outside backs.
Yeah, it's usually
even more.
The backs leading.
Yep.
So I'm not sure what other clubs are like, but Ryan's he's taken his diet and fitness very seriously.
Yeah,
he's still got an ugly body, but he's, at least he trains hard.
Oh man, I actually remember watching him. I was with the Broncos at the time and watching under 20s, and you may have been in that under 20 side as well. Did you come up with him as well?
No, he was 2 years after I
okay.
was, yeah.
So he was coming in under 20s, and he had this hype around him, and everyone's like, I think he had long hair then as well.
Yeah.
And I was watching, and I was like, yeah, it's there, but I don't know yet, I don't know. And then, boom, he just hit his straps over the last few years, and now he's knocking on the door for Origin.
Yeah, for sure. And I thought he was pretty unlucky to miss out on the Origin spot this year. He's just... Yeah, him, Ash, and a couple other guys. Zeb Taylor have been our best this year. And
Zeb Taylor's been massive.
Yeah, he's been unreal coming from the Catalan Dragons.
Yep.
But Ryan's he's hit career best form, and hopefully he takes that into the back end of the year.
Yeah, because he's a kind of forward that he's massive. Obviously, he's big, but he has footwork. He has a motor. He's got all the things that you really can build around. A team around kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And he's a leader for the forwards.
Yep.
He's and he'll when a back makes a break, he'll be in the screen in the picture there. Usually it's the outside backs chasing, but he'll be there. So he's definitely got a big engine, and he works very, very hard.
And so for yourself, I mean, take us all the way back. Just a young PNG boy, come across to Australia at 12 years old.
Yep.
What was it like? You know, as an Australian, I would have no reference point for what it is like for a young PNG boy to Port Macquarie, Port Moresby, did we say? So, but you lived near there. It wasn't exactly in there.
Yeah, about 30 minutes from Port Moresby, so in the village along the coastline there.
Yep.
It's a rugby league fanatic country. Some people say it's a religion over there.
Yep.
And you really have to be in amongst it to really know what it's like. And I guess for me personally, when I was growing up, I supported the Dragons. Always, wanted to see NRL players.
Yep.
And to be able to come over to Australia and be able to, play in the NRL was something I always dreamt of, but I didn't think it was, possible for me because of the situation I was in.
Yeah, living in a village.
Yeah.
So was it like, and when we say village, we mean a legitimate village.
Yeah, like a village. So I don't know how to describe it. It's dirt everywhere.
Yep.
Half the houses are built on water, on stilts and stuff.
Oh wow!
And the other half are on land. So
was it like beautiful scenery in that, or was it just a normal place?
I thought it was beautiful scenery. It's just it gets pretty ugly sometimes when people littering and stuff because there's no
there's no system
there.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's sort of built up over a couple of decades.
Yep.
But outside of that, it's very green.
Because is it volcanic dirt, like that red dirt?
No, that's up in Rabaul.
Oh,
that's
okay.
where the big volcanoes are.
Okay, yep.
So for our village, it's I guess depending what time of the year it is as well. But whenever I go back, it's always very nice, pretty hot. So yeah, I get to enjoy a fair bit of time with family.
So when you're driving in your nice car or you're lying in your bed on the Gold Coast, one of the best places to live in the world, like as in scenery-wise, there's plenty of good places. Like when you look back and you're like, man, like I come from a village that doesn't have a rubbish system. What are some of the there would be so many little things that we wouldn't even think about that that we take for granted here in Australia that you guys wouldn't have had there.
Yeah, for sure, and I'm constantly reminded of it. Sometimes I forget being here, having a nice house, nice car,
getting used to it.
Yeah. Having access to cafes, coffee shops, and stuff like that. I'm truly in like paradise. Living here in terms of having access to food and stuff like that. Where over there, you sort of got to go hunting and planting your own crops and stuff like that.
That's amazing.
That's what happened when I was growing up with my grandparents. Town's not too far, so you can go into town and get all that stuff. But I grew up with my grandparents a lot because Mum was in town working. Yeah. So I got to experience a lot of the lifestyle that my grandparents and the older generations experienced.
So I mean, I was telling you earlier, I'm reading a book called Sapiens, and it's mind blowing to just see how tribes worked and how actually we look at them and be like, man, it'll be tough living like that, but they actually find that in a lot of tribes, the happiness level is actually higher, which is, you wouldn't think it, but it is.
Yeah.
So as a young boy growing up, so were you taught to hunt? Were you taught, what were the kind of passages of manhood for yourself as a young boy growing up?
I think for me, with my grandparents, we planted a lot of bananas, yams, and a lot of root vegetables and stuff like that. So we'd harvest those throughout the year.
Yep.
And in terms of protein and stuff, we'd go fishing, cast the net out, and go collecting shells in the ocean.
Yep.
Fill up rice bags and stuff with it, and then go back, collect the net, collect all the fish. So that's all the stuff I did as a young kid, and so did a lot of other kids in the village did with their families. So that was the type of experience I had in the village, which sort of drastically changed when I moved to Lismore.
Yeah. So so was your day wake up and essentially get food, gather food, come in, or was your day go to school, set the nets maybe in the morning, go to school? Did you have school there or no?
Yeah, I had school, yeah.
Yep.
So during the school holidays, I'd go do a lot of stuff with my grandparents, but I'd also miss a lot of school to go with them.
Okay.
Just because I enjoyed doing that stuff a lot more. So sometimes Mum wouldn't be happy with me missing school and going with the grandparents out those ways, but that's what I enjoyed a lot more. And in the holidays, that's when we sort of every day going to early mornings and then coming home late at night.
That's crazy. And I mean, we don't have to talk about it. So was your father there as well, or did he move on, or?
No, so my dad's an Australian.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't really know him. He left when I was born, pretty much.
Okay.
So marriage didn't work out.
So your mum was working hard to take care of you and the family, and your grandparents, and were working hard to take care of you as well.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in a house of with a family of 3 or 4, living in the house at all times.
Yep.
And thinking back, we were actually pretty spoilt with that situation.
Okay.
Because we had a 4-bedroom house.
Yep.
Built. I think it was pretty cheap to build back then, but a lot of money for them. But it cost about 15,000 kina to build it. I'd have to get the exact figures of my auntie because she's the one who helped build it.
Okay.
And then all her brothers and sisters, who was my mum and her brothers and sisters, a couple of their families were living in each bedroom.
Oh, so, wow.
So everyone just chipped in and helped each other out.
See, that's what I'm so interested in, because so your family and you come together and you just help each other and you live happily and everything's all right. Like, as in, not everything, but you know what I mean? Like, that connection is there. Yeah,
for sure. And I think over there people would like to have their own space like they do over here, but not always can afford to have their own house and their own spaces. But that's sort of what you get accustomed to, and that's what's normal for everyone. So you get used to it. Everyone helps. Yeah. It's not always problem for free living in one house with different families. Always going to have conflicts and stuff, but that's sort of just the way life is over there. Yeah, man, that's amazing. That is, it's so interesting to me to hear something, a kid like yourself. So to come over to Australia, was that for opportunity, or what was the reasons for that? Because my dad was Australian, it was easy for me to come to Australia, and the reason why I did was my auntie and uncle, who were unbelievable people. They always help her younger brothers and sisters, like, take care of them. Oh, okay. So they brought them to Australia, took them to school, and I was just another kid they were bringing over to help out. They help numerous kids. Are they strongly religious or anything like that, or they're just great people that? Just great people. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Mum's a Christian, but I think even if they weren't Christians, so it's not based in that. It's more just like, I want to help the family. Yeah, just want to help the family out, and and they still got that. I eventually called him my dad, and because he looked after me so much. Unfortunately, he passed away 4 years ago. Yeah, and then my auntie was, she was the one who always pushed for her family members to be looked after. And a lot of the people who they looked after are now successful doing the same for others. Wow, it's been unreal. Yeah. Wow, man. I mean, that's like. You don't realise it at the time, but the knock-on effect of their love and their appreciation is huge. I mean, you've got a baby now yourself, don't you? A baby on board, in your future in your car. You've got a child. You're taking care of it in this nice place in Australia. And then I guess all the other people you were saying are successful as well. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. It's had a huge effect. So it's certainly helped out the family a lot. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. And you go back once a year to PNG. Yeah, I try and go back once a year. Went back for a week because I got injured. Yep. Neil and the Titans coaching staff were nice enough to let me go. So I got to see your mum and the 2 younger brothers and sisters. Yep. And obviously that was just after the Fiji win, so it was about 2 weeks after, and the whole country was still buzzing. Oh, so they would have loved that, the captain of the country come back. Wow, so they really enjoyed that. Yeah. It was. We didn't get to. We took Paxton back there, but didn't see him for a whole week pretty much, and really? Didn't have to change the nappies. So that was pretty good. That was a blessing in disguise. Okay, because I didn't even think about that. You're the captain of the country in rugby league, and they love it. So I mean, I guess going back there would be a pretty big deal for for them. I know you're a humble guy, you wouldn't say that, but it was good to see them very happy for the win. Everyone's still they get pretty excited because. The country is doing well at in a sport, and very well. They love their sport over there. And whenever there's someone doing well, they'll get right behind them. Yep. And I guess what's the when you go back there? Does it feel like I know it's hard to explain. Does it feel like home? A bit like you can relax a bit and you're at home, and you'd probably be speaking your village's language when you're there. So is that enjoyable to do that and experience that kind of home feeling? Yeah, it is. It takes me back to my childhood, I guess. And I sort of get memories from my childhood. I get pretty happy when I go back there. I climb coconut trees and stuff like that as a kid, but I haven't tried. Haven't tried again? So, yeah. Do you reckon it'd be like riding a bike? Sorry?
Do you reckon it'd be like riding a bike? Do you reckon you'd be able to pick it back up if you...
I think I'm a lot heavier now, so I don't know if I can carry myself
true.
up the tree there, yeah. So, I always enjoy it when I go back. It's a very good feeling, very humbling, always going back. So whenever I take the wife back, we come back home and we're just so grateful for what we've got here. Just
100%.
things as simple as the internet and stuff like that.
Yep.
Just so easily accessible, and over there, it's just...
You know what's funny is I just went to see my grandparents, as I was saying before the show, and so he was a part of the Australian army that went over. So the Nazis were attacking the Middle East, and he was a part of the Rats of Tobruk, and these were they were stationed in Tobruk. Anyway, so they had a crew there, and they were all mates. And when they came back, I was like, "Oh yeah, so did you keep in contact with your mates when you come back?" And he was like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, did you keep in contact with your friends? And he's like, we're from different states. There's no phones in that back then. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Like, they didn't have phones or anything. And it was like crazy, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
You can easily forget just having it so accessible here.
Yeah, mate, 100%. So, you played rugby league from a young age?
Yeah, in the village, you sort of just... play the game. It's
barefoot?
Not organised. Yeah, barefoot. It's not organised over there.
Yep.
There's still no junior comps in the village. It's from like about 16 and up.
Yep.
So I was obviously about 8 or 9 years old when I started throwing footy around.
Were you playing with the 16-year-olds or no? You just throw the footy around?
No chance. Yeah. So just after school.
Yep.
We'd kick like an empty cordial bottle around and just throw that around but some kids would have footies and he'd be the most popular kid in the village.
Yeah, so a kid that has a ball, it's like royalty. Like he's got the ball. We're gonna be wow.
Let's go to his house and get him. And
oh, really? Was that
game?
So you get together as mates and go, let's go find him. And
football's a bit easier to kick than a cordial bottle.
Oh, so bro, 100%. Oh, mate, that's amazing. Do you have any memories, like some, I guess, funny memories of playing footy as a youngster?
Yeah, I remember. I was always. A bit better than the guys who are my age.
Yep.
For some reason, I don't know why. I was just, maybe they're just a bit skinnier than me. And
genetics, bro.
Yeah, and I tried to play with older kids. Yeah. About a year or two older. And my first run, I remember getting whacked. I pretty much just 360 in the air, landed on my head, and. The ground was that hard. I just sort of got a bit unconscious.
Oh, really?
I remember that time. I was like, man, I'm never playing with the older kids again.
I got a bit too big for my boots. Oh man, it's so as I said, it's so interesting to me. So so you come over here. You're 12 years old. You would have got enrolled into school, Lismore.
Yep.
Did you go directly into footy?
I played Union actually because my cousin was playing Union.
Yep.
And that was the Friday night games he was playing at, and it was just easy for my auntie to take us both to the games on the same night. What
was the biggest culture shock, as in where you were like, wow, they have this all the time? Like, what was the biggest for you when you got here?
I was actually pretty amazed by the shopping centres.
Oh, really?
How big they were,
Yeah.
So over there, it's just like it's called like a food mart.
Yep.
A food world, it's called. You walk in and it's just like a IGA.
That's it.
Size thing. That's what I was used to.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is amazing. This is in town,
Yeah, this is a shop. Yeah.
When I come to Australia, I see big shopping centres, Lismore Square it's called.
Yep.
And I was like, wow, this place is like, this place is heaven. This shopping centre.
It's got everything. I can hang here all day.
Yeah, and it had one of those candy bar machines.
Yep.
So I'd always ask my auntie for $1 to go and try and win some chocolates.
Oh, man. And so you come in and... You've got a footy all the time, so you don't have to go get whoever from down the street.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome too. You've got all these footies that you can kick around.
Yeah.
So when you got here, was it just like not heaven, but were you just just enjoying the fact that you had all these resources and everything was just easy? And do you know what I mean? Or did you get that feeling when you was as well?
Yeah, for sure. And everything was just accessible.
It's just there.
Yeah. And my auntie, she always spoiled me with sporting stuff. She supported me playing cricket during the summer.
Okay.
And that's what I first got into because when I moved here it was in November.
Oh, really?
So in Lismore, cricket's huge.
Yep.
So I got to play cricket first and then eventually moved into rugby union when the season came around. And that was awesome experience for me, being able to put socks on the football shorts on, a jersey, and boots, and I thought that was just the best thing ever.
Yeah, like you've made it. This is it.
Yeah, I've made it. Yeah. This is my dream come true.
Oh wow, man, that's amazing, bro. That is on. So okay, when was the moment where you were like, I could do something here?
Not until I've always had the dream in my head, but I never expressed it to anyone.
Yep.
I was someone who always asked questions of like, what how big the NRL players are and how fast they are.
Yep.
I asked people, but I never told them
Why
I
you were
wanted to.
asking. Yep.
I'd tell my close family members I'll play that game one day.
Yep.
But never to anyone else because I was too embarrassed of what they'd say to me.
Yep.
But at the age of 17, there was a trial game in Northern Rivers for the regional team, and John Cartwright was there one weekend watching, and luckily enough, I scored 5 tries in in one of the games.
Shit.
And then so he pretty much came up to me and said, "Here's a contract. We'd like you to be part of our squad in 2008-9 whenever I finished school."
Yeah, okay.
Or when the 20s came out in 2008. And there was about 2006 when he came up to me, and that's when I was like, man, I've actually got like a NRL contract. Like it was about, I think it was like maybe $1,000, pair of boots and polo shirt or something in the contract. Yeah, so I was pretty stoked, I've got a polo shirt with a Titans logo on it. I'm going to wear this everywhere. Everyone knows I'm signed by the Titans. I was pretty excited.
And the boots too? The boots would have been massive.
Yeah, the boots were unreal, like brand new. So they gave that to me while I was still playing in Lismore, and that was that sort of opened my beliefs up even more. Yeah. Pursuing NRL as a career.
It's a reality now. It's that it's not a thought in your head. It's actually exists in the real world kind of thing.
For sure, because I had a couple of scouts always checking up on me how I'm going down there in Lismore, and I knew the coaches always spoke, and they always gave me feedback and stuff what I need to work on. So that was a huge turning point in my life.
And so when you got that contract, did you call your mother? Like, did you get away to get in contact with her over in PNG, or did you just wait a bit until you'd made your debut kind of thing?
No, I went back to Lismore and told my auntie that afternoon.
Yep.
The coach of the Titans has offered me like a mini contract type of thing.
What'd she say?
And she couldn't believe it. She was in shock. Yeah. And she's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Yeah, I think it's a contract, but
I think it is." Yeah.
I got like boots, a polo shirt, and
Oh wow.
And she. Tommy Searle at the time actually drove down and spoke to them about it. He was one of the recruitment officers, and that sort of made it a bit more real for them.
Yeah,
I wasn't just talking smack. And then
this young fella talking shit.
And she just rang everyone in Port Moresby and informed them that I was offered. It wasn't that big at the time, but
still, for them,
it was huge.
Wow, and you're from their town, so you're representing them, and I guess it's very different over there. Like, you're representing your village from there, whereas here, I don't say I'm representing Mudgeeraba, even though I'm from Mudgeeraba. I don't say, do you know what I mean? Whereas there, it's a pride thing. I mean, I'm assuming is that close to what it's like?
When you're back there, everyone from my village claims I'm from their village.
Yeah.
But if I'm from it's called province, similar to state.
Yep.
Everyone in that state will claim.
Oh, from the province.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then if I'm and then everyone from PNG will.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome.
So it's pretty huge for them. For whenever someone makes it big, they know it's not an easy task to do. So the country is like full support behind any individual, whether it's sport or other careers.
Yep. Man, that's amazing. Because I try to reflect on what I was like when I was your age. And all the easy things that I got given to me, and then you're coming over from PNG, and it's crazy. So you get the contract. Then the next year, did you train with the reserve grade or first grade squad?
So I was in grade 12. I think when I finished grade 12, I just moved straight into under 20 system.
Yep.
And that was the first year of under 20. So
did you move up to the Gold Coast?
Yeah, I moved up to the Gold Coast. Yeah, so I did a full pre-season with them, and I think that was for me, that was pretty lucky timing as well.
Yep.
That the 20 system came into place then.
Yeah, very true.
I played with Tweed Seagulls the year before in under 19s, and we won a grand final, but I'm not sure if the 20s were never in the system. I'm not sure if I ever would have got a chance to play train with first grade.
Oh wow!
Eventually, maybe I would have.
Yeah,
I may not have, but I think the timing of the 20s coming in really opened up a huge opportunity for me to
Yep.
perform, because I actually missed majority of the 20 season, and at the end of that year, given an opportunity to trial for the Rugby League World Cup.
Okay.
For PNG.
Oh wow! All right.
And there was a trial game for that. Played well and got picked in it. So
Yep.
I think for me, I sort of just made the most of the opportunities that I had, because I wasn't really consistent throughout the 20s year.
Yep. I guess you would have been still kind of. You've gone from a guy that's playing footy because he loves it to semi-professional now. Like you've got to be week in, week out. You've got to be delivering. You can't be, you know, score 5 tries one week, but then next week you're just like, oh, whatever kind of thing. So you trialled for the PNG side and you played well in for the PNG side.
In a trial game for the World Cup squad.
Yep.
And then Adrian Lamb was a coach at the time, and I was about 19 at that stage. And then they announced the squad. I was part of it, and played against.
What was that like for you? Was that that would have been because you made your PNG squad debut before NRL debut.
Yeah,
so it would have been huge for you. Like, huge
so that was another one of those points where I was 17 and something's becoming a reality.
Yep.
And at that point, I was in PNG. The whole family was going mad.
Yeah,
the whole tribe, whole village. And so my first game was actually against England up in Townsville.
Okay.
We had a pretty tough pool: England, New Zealand, and Australia. So I think my belief from that World Cup through the roof. Because I was like, if I can play against
the best
of the best, then I should be. There's no reason why I can't play NRL.
Yeah, 100%.
And that sort of led to a bigger belief.
Wow. So what was the phone call like? Was that even bigger phone call like to your family? Or, maybe you didn't call, but, you know what I mean? When the news got to them, what was that, conversation like when you said, I'm part of the PNG squad? Yeah,
they, actually when I made the team, they said they were going to have dinner together.
Oh, really?
At my uncle's house. So he got everyone together, cooked up some fish, huge amount of food that they usually do. Everyone came over, and they already found out I was in part of the team because it came out in the newspapers and stuff like that. So, when I sat down with them, they were just, over the moon.
Celebrated it together.
The World Cup,
that's awesome, bro. That's awesome.
Most of all, so they could show off to the rest of the village. One of their
my dad,
tribesmen had made it.
My family's just the same. Dad used to be like all the time, Mum all the time about footy. Oh, you playing for the Broncos? And you're like, man, it's embarrassing. Stop. Okay, so 2009, you make your debut. Young PNG boy is playing in the NRL. What was that like?
I think I wasn't as nervous because the thought in the back of my head was Matty Rogers sort of come up to me and he gave me a fair bit of confidence going into it. Like, mate, you've played against Australia, England and New Zealand. You shouldn't be nervous at all going to this game. So eventually made my debut against the Dragons. Wendell Saylor was my opposing number, so
oh wow,
I was actually real nervous when I ran on.
So big,
faced him,
Oh.
And he said a couple of things to me. I don't remember.
He sprayed
what
me
he
too.
Said. Yeah, he sprayed you too.
Yeah. When I was playing, he's like, "You're not on a soccer field now. You're not going to score shit against me. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?" And I'm just sitting there laughing. The funny thing is, I was smiling because I was like, "That's Wendell Saylor.
Yeah,
he can say whatever he wants to me. I don't care. He's just insult the shit out of me." And then I met him a few years later. And he goes, "You don't know how angry it made me that you didn't say anything back and all you were doing was smiling." And I was like, "Bro, I was smiling because it was you."
So I think he was known for that, actually, Wendell.
Yeah, a bit of a spray.
So, lucky I didn't hear what he said.
So the debut, what was when you family does find out about that, what was that like? The same situation, celebration?
Pretty similar, yeah. I think they were sort of waiting for it to happen.
Yeah. Well, it says highly anticipated kind of thing.
Yeah, it was highly anticipated. That was round 13, so halfway through the year, and they were all extremely excited.
Yeah.
Very proud as well that I got to be able to go play first grade, and it's just as big as making my debut for PNG. They sort of couldn't believe that I'd made it. And my older cousin, actually, he brought up in one of my 21st speeches. At my 21st speech, he said, that was at the end of that first grade year.
Yeah.
And he said, I remember Dave telling me as an 8 or 9-year-old on TV when we were sitting in the village, he said, "You watch, I'll be playing that game one day."
Oh, wow. Far out.
And I actually remember the moments
that you said that.
I used to say that
Damn.
Yeah, so that was...
and it happened.
Yeah, it happened. So that was... they never took me seriously.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
no one ever did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in this tiny village, like in the middle of nowhere compared to... Like, you know what I mean? Like, that could be halfway across the world for all the, you know, the chance that you have to get into Australia, then to play NRL. Like,
yeah, for sure.
So, of course, yeah. I mean, I had even, like, not a similar situation at all, but I had mates, even when I was saying, oh, the Broncos have scouted me and they want me to play with them, they said to me, you'll never play NRL. Like, you're not anywhere near as good as the guys that are already there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck, that's not too nice, but then I
did.
did.
I think a story of our lives.
Yeah, bro, just know all the time. No, as if you're going to do that. It's like, you know, when I started this show, there's plenty of people that are like, come on, bro, like, you can never start a show, rah, rah.
Yeah.
And then it just seemed to happen.
Yeah.
Got
I don't know
lucky.
what that is. I think it just happens when you talk about doing something different, maybe.
Yeah, I was speaking to an AFL player about this recently, Kurt Tippett. I honestly think that the only difference is self-belief. It's the only difference. Like, you can have the same person. One guy can have so much self-belief that it's ridiculous, and one guy can doubt himself.
Yeah.
And the guy will always somehow find a way, and this guy will just, because they doubt, you know, when going gets tough, they're like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think, but fuck, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
What do I know? Yeah, so you made your debut. Tell us what the feeling was like running out onto that field with that jersey on. And you're playing against the Dragons, who are your team. Was it the Dragons?
Yeah, that was my favourite team.
Yeah, so that's your team.
Because that was my uncle's team, actually, and he forced a lot of us to...
Yeah, that's forced.
So, yeah, he used to buy shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you're wearing this shirt, you're supporting them. Yeah, so that was pretty special. And even to play against Dragons, my uncle, who I was pretty close with, he just said, oh, man, I don't know who to support, you know. He was the main one I was thinking of when I was debuting against Dragons, because I was like, yeah, he's going to be... You know, having mixed emotions.
Yeah. If you score against him, he's gonna be like, I don't know.
Yeah, we actually went on to beat the Dragons by a fair bit that night. Yeah, so that was a pretty good feeling.
And did you score? You scored 2 tries.
No, that was the week after.
The week after.
Yeah,
okay.
so
because you come off the bench.
Yeah, I come off the bench to play the Dragons.
Yeah. So when you ran on the field, if you can take yourself back into that moment, is that what you're feeling? My uncle's gonna be.
Yeah, this was in the lead up to the game.
Okay, but when you ran on the field, what are you feeling?
When I ran on, I was just thinking, just get your hands on the ball real quick, get this adrenaline pumping, and, you know, get into the game.
Yeah.
I think it was about probably 20, 25 minutes in, get caught up, you know, the crowd's going off and about to run on, you know, they announce they're making the debut, about to
and you warmed up and you're in your shit and you're feeling so fast and just like ready to go.
And they say, David Mead making his debut, and everyone's cheering as you run on and stuff. And I remember Essie Tonga. Yeah, Essie Tonga. He was my centre when I ran on. So he said, go have a run as quick as you can. Yeah. Now when I had a run, and it wasn't too bad, like a 10-metre scoot or something. He's like, oh, nice, bro, great run, you know, and like just helping me, you know, get some confidence and stuff like that. And the game sort of just went on from there, and everything sort of just kicked on. But it was a huge rush of adrenaline when I first ran on.
Oh man, heart racing. But when you did your first run, were you like, that didn't hurt as much as I thought it was going to hurt?
That was the first feeling. I was like, man, that didn't hurt at all.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I was just saying, I was like my run was just an average run, but I was like, I didn't get rissoled, didn't hurt me. They're kind of the same size as me, a little bit, like, oh man.
So then I was thinking, I'll probably run a bit harder this next run.
100%.
And I think it sort of just builds from there.
Yep, 100%.
The first run's always, am I going to hurt this, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to get towed up here.
Yeah.
And then, boom, sweet, all good. So you score 2009, you were named PNG's Player of the Year?
Pacific Cup.
Pacific Cup.
There was a Pacific Cup. Oh, actually, no, it was PNG Player of the Year.
Yep.
It was, I think just the...
Part of the squad for 2009 Pacific Cup and was named Player of the Year.
Yeah, I think PNG Player of the Year. I think I may have been one of the 80 NRL players who played...
In the PNG side at the time?
Yeah.
Wow.
We went on to win the Pacific Cup, so I think that would have been from that, I think, yeah.
Wow, man. Well, I mean, again, what was that like, you know?
I didn't really... I sort of soaked it in real quick, but because I think at the time when it was announced, we had just won the Pacific Cup and everything. I was soaking everything in from that. It was like first year of first grade, and an end of the year playing for PNG against Tonga and Cook Islands it was.
Yep.
And they had a fair few NRL players playing with them, and we had a couple.
Yep.
And we went on to beat them. The whole country's gone off again. But I think the achievement, it didn't really, I guess not phase, but
so much going on.
Much going on. I soaked it in real quick and moved on from it.
Yeah, because you're playing NRL, you're part of the side. You just want, I know what you mean. Like there's just so much going on. It's hard to concentrate. Okay, so 2010, you continue playing first grade. You could play in really good footy, really good footy. But this would have been 2012. So you continue. Is there any memories of those next 2 years that you kind of remember at all? Oh, actually, that's what you talk about. That fucking try.
Yeah.
That try.
Yeah.
This try here, this ridiculous pickup from Scotty Prince.
Yeah, I think I call that my luckiest try.
Bro, that was amazing. Can you, I'll try and find some, I got some footage here, but I don't know if I can turn this around, but I'm sure you can remember what happened. So walk us through it.
Yeah.
Scott Prince has got the ball, you're on the wing, what happens?
I think, I don't know if it was last tackle, but I saw the winger coming up, so I was trying to flatten up in line with Princey, so obviously give me a chance to get to the ball a bit quicker. But he kicked the ball, and I was about 5 metres behind, which is a fair bit
for
back,
a kick, definitely,
for chasing the kick. And I was thinking, oh no, I won't be able to catch the ball on the full here.
Yep.
And then I was thinking, oh, will I be able to get there? No. The ball bounces, and then I stick my hand out. Just I don't know why I stuck my hand out. I was like, in case.
Most people would just be like, oh.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah.
And the bounce was just perfect. I don't know how it sort of just popped up. And it was a pretty greasy night, so ball just hit my hand.
Yeah, it was wet.
Yeah.
It was pretty much wet.
And then I just see it connect to the hip. It all sort of happened so quick. The main thing I remember is looking back and looking at the touch judge.
Thinking, did it go out?
Did the ball, hit the ground? And, they said, try. And I was like, oh. I actually didn't think it was as good as it looked until after the game was over and you're looking at the replays.
Yeah, because you just think, oh, bouncing in my hand.
Yeah.
But in the actual video, it's the chances of you catching that, you could do that 1,000,000 times and never catch the ball.
And I think the camera that's right out the front there makes it look 10,000 times.
Please, bro. It was hectic. Try of the year. Did it get named Try of the Year? I think it got named
for the Titans it did, yeah.
Yeah. It was one of the tries of the year. So when you put the ball down, you're like holy shit! I think I just scored.
Yeah,
I just scored.
I think I just scored. But look at the touchy. The ball hit the sideline. He didn't put the flag up, so I was like, oh, actually.
And so
I got a double tonight.
when it come here and you're like in it and you pulled it on your hip, you're like, shit! I just caught that.
Yeah, I knew the ball was still there, so I was like, try and find a way to get control of it again and put it down. But like I said, that was sort of real quick. That I was thinking, I hope it didn't go out.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But then, everyone sort of loved it, and people still talk about it. I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's 6 years ago.
Okay, so 2012, 2011, that try scored. 2012. So the person that you call as a father would have passed away in that year.
Yep.
Was that tough for you? Was that something that you struggled with, or you hadn't? Not as in you, of course you'd struggle, but you know what I mean. You hadn't been in his life for that few years.
Yeah, and I think he was he had cancer for a couple of months before.
Yeah, okay.
So it was I guess you would say expectation. We knew it would happen, a couple of days before it did.
Yeah,
the doctor informed us,
and so you could say goodbye and everything.
Yeah, and that was obviously pretty tough for the family. But I think when I consider, obviously you never want that to happen to anyone. But when I consider, other people who are, kids in Africa or other people in PNG, I was pretty lucky to have someone like that in my life to be able to guide me and,
definitely
give me an opportunity at, succeeding in whatever I do.
Yeah.
And he did so for so many other people that I consider myself one of the luckiest human beings to be able to
receive
be
yourself.
In his life. So while we didn't, like what happened, we also saw a lot of positives from what he gave us. So it was tough, but for me, I always try and look at the positive stuff. I think I remember Michael Jordan's story. Yeah. His dad passed away, but he was like, it's upsetting, but I had him for 32 years. Not many people get that opportunity.
Yeah,
so,
very true.
Yeah.
And I guess the positive legacy that he has left is gigantic. All the people that he's helped.
Yeah, for sure.
He's left a positive mark on the world. Not many people can say that at all. Like,
yeah.
It's tough, man. 2013, you become the first Titans to score 50 tries. That probably something that you didn't notice at the time. You would have just
50 tries I don't really recall, but I remember being the leading try. I think it was maybe 37. It's only a short history that the Titans been around. So I think I overtook LaFranchi and Matty Rogers, maybe, or maybe LaFranchi had the records. I'm not too sure.
It was Kevin Gordon, I think, had something.
Oh, Kevin might have, overtaken the butt.
Yep.
Yeah. I think when I got it, I was like, sort of rubbed it in there. Boys, it's like around there.
Boys.
Gives to the boys, but you move on from it pretty quick.
Yeah.
I think, to this day, I think I get more, harassment from the boys about tries. I've only on 4 tries this year.
Oh, really? Getting back?
Ryan James on 7, so...
He's got you, bro. He's a forward.
Yeah.
He's got you covered, bro.
But I always say, I haven't been held over the try line as much as him.
Oh,
he's probably, held over. If there was a stat in the NRL for being the most held over the try line, he'd be leading it by far.
He gets him handed on a platter as well.
Yeah. Just catch the ball and...
Just finish him, bro. Yeah. Far out.
Not that hard.
Okay, yeah. So then you also your eligibility playing for New South Wales, and you made the countryside.
Yep.
That's another achievement. What was that like? That would have been.
Yeah, I think Cardi came and had a chat to me.
Yeah.
And he said, "Mate, you got an opportunity to play City Country. Be good for your football career."
Yeah, definitely.
Trent Barrett's the coach, and he wants you to go and camp this afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, so this afternoon.
Yeah. So it was. I was a late call in because Josh Dugan had pulled out.
Yep.
And I was like, so do I just pack my bags and fly down to Sydney? He's like, it's flight's in 2 hours, so go home, finish your gym workout, go home, pack your bags and head down. It'll be good for you, So that all happened pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Another, achievement I never thought of would happen, but eventually it did. So I was pretty lucky.
Bro, imagine one day if you wear that Blues jersey.
Yeah.
That will be huge. Like, as in a PNG boy, you would have seen... Origin over there will be massive. Huge.
Yeah, well, they reckon... I remember Ricky Stewart quoting one day, there's 2 types of people in Papua New Guinea, because he's been there several times. He's like, you're either a Queenslander or a New South Wales.
Yeah. So there is a strong divide there, as in people that love Queensland and people that love New South Wales.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably a lot more passionate there than in Australia.
Wow. Wow, that's mental, bro. Yeah. That's mental. So you scored 2 tries in one of those games as well. So you've played 2 matches in those.
Yep.
And then captaincy of PNG. I'm sure that would have meant everything to you. Yeah,
well, we went into camp early this year, obviously, against the Fiji team. And the coach, we all caught a bus to the hotel.
Yep.
And had to rush to the photo shoot for the team poster. They like to do a poster for the week of the PNG side.
Mm-hmm.
And the photographer's sort of like, so I want the coach and the captain up the front. And the boys sort of like, looking around. As he was saying that, all the boys are sort of talking amongst themselves, and Michael comes up and gets me, the coach.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, mate, I haven't had a chat to you about this, but you're going to be captain, right?" So he tells me on the side while everyone's, standing around chatting and stuff. So I was like, okay, all right, sweet. We'll go down, sit at the front, get the photos taken.
Yeah.
So the boys didn't really get a chance to say, congrats or anything.
Yeah.
We sort of just taken the photos, and the photographer likes to take their time and get things right.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there for like 5 minutes thinking, geez, I've just been, named captain. Yeah. That's a pretty big honour.
Of your country.
Yeah. So I was sitting there soaking it up while the camera's flashing in their faces. And then straight after, all the boys come up and say, congrats on the captaincy and stuff like that. And that was a huge moment for me as well, because, again, thinking back to where I came from and where my family is and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was
like, you're the captain of the number 1 sport in your country. You're the captain.
Yeah, I think, when you put it that way, it's
like, you know what I mean?
Makes
like,
it
that's
more special, yeah.
Think about this. It's like being the captain of the Brazilian soccer side. That's what it's like being.
Yeah, it's It was pretty crazy.
I'm wigging you out now. I'm trying to put it in perspective. So yeah, when you ran out, what was the emotions like when you ran on out in that field? Because you played awesome. Like, and I guess that was a reflection of how much it meant to you to be able to get that captaincy this year.
Yeah, I think the night before, Marcus Byatt told us a couple of stories of, you know,
he was so good.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. And obviously the way he played the game was real tough, run hard and stuff. So he gave the boys a speech about going out and giving everything. So that was just out the front of my head. Just go out and
do everything you can.
Do everything you can. Put the body on the line, whatever you can to win the game. So I think all the boys got they've all got a pretty good attitude anyway. But that gave them an extra boost that I believe helped us get the victory. And
you did a match try-saving tackle, didn't you, in that game?
Yeah, I ran down Tyrone Phillips from behind. Yes, I don't know what happened. I can't remember the lead up, but I think one of our boys dropped the ball and he picks it up and he was taken off. I thought someone would catch him.
Yep.
And then he easily ran past. And I was like, oh no! So I took off
as well
midfield. Yeah, and then and he tried to palm me off. I just slapped the arm down and I try and wrap my arms around him. And I don't know how he didn't get over the try line. It's sort of just another one of those things that sort of happens so quick.
Yeah,
and you don't realise
that it
how
actually
it happened until after the game when you watch it.
And so when you see him running, you're like, like obviously it's my job to chase, but were you thinking, like, I might catch him here? I got him here.
Yeah. So I think when I think it might have been our back row after I was thinking, he's got him here. Oh, actually no, he hasn't. So I put the foot down.
Yeah.
Chase, and I was just thinking, come on, get there.
Yeah.
That's what's going through your head. Obviously your thoughts are a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
fuck you.
At the point, and sometimes if there was a speaker in my head playing the thoughts, people would think you're a mental
case. This guy's crazy.
So a lot of those thoughts were going through my head.
Yeah,
I just get to him before he gets the try line. And it did. So I was like, oh.
So when you knocked his palm down, what was your thought in your head? Was your thought to wrap him up? Was your thought to like, I need to get my body underneath him? What was your thought?
Well, I knew when he switched the ball to the other side, I knew he was trying to offend me, so I slapped the arm, and it sort of just, I think because you train for it so much, it sort of just happens. Yeah, like you grab the ball and just pull up and just wrap the ball. And coaches say whenever you're tackling someone one-on-one, try and just wrap the ball up and try and get the help from someone else. So that was sort of just my instincts to do that at the time, And
it was an awesome try-saving tackle. And favourite, there's a few more questions, bro. Favourite rapper of all time?
Favourite rapper of all time? I think Eminem.
Oh, bro, yes. That's it. That's my dog.
Yeah, he's a man. I love all his songs from 2005 onwards. Yeah, whenever he came out big, Slim Shady.
They reckon he's releasing 3 more albums over the next 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's working with Joe Budden and a few other people, but he's planning to release 3 more. Yeah, 3 more.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. Apparently, he just destroys anyone who rap battles him. Yeah,
no one even bothers because they know. Like you've heard his song "Rap God," hey? It's one of his latest albums. But if you get a chance on your way home, listen to "Rap God" Eminem.
Yeah,
and that'll solidify any doubts or any thoughts of greatness. He's friggin' unbelievable. That song is just ridiculous. And he does it live too, which is crazy as well. Favourite movie of all time?
I'd have to say Lion King.
Lion King?
Yeah.
Simba.
I think Simba, yeah.
Oh, bro, I swear I cried when Mufasa died.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah, I love the 3...
Pumbaa
what do you
and
call
Timon?
those animals? No, the 3...
hyenas. Oh, really?
I love that scene, where they go sliding down the hill and then gets caught up in the spikes and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Chasing Simba. Yeah. I think growing up, my cousin's voice is always in my head quoting those guys.
Oh, really?
In PNG voice,
Do they quote in English or do they quote in...
They quote in English, but it sounds very French. So it's pretty funny.
Sounds very non-English.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, I'd love to learn another language. You don't appreciate how many, Islander boys that have learnt 2 languages, we make jokes about being fresh and all that kind of stuff, but these guys know 2 languages. How many languages do we know? Just one.
It's pretty good to have that. You can just say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Anyone understanding it.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. It's been interesting, it's so interesting. So, yeah, thanks for coming on, and good luck with the knee. Is it the knee?
Yep.
Good luck with the next few weeks, and I'm sure you'll continue to captain your PNG side very well.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.